Stay hydrated, guys.
And here we go. So I'm gonna start spoiler free.
And then I'm gonna go into spoiler-filled territory. So basically, in case you just have no idea, Altered Carbon is a Ghost in the Shell slash Blade Runner ish kind of story in some ways. There's heavy influences from those two sources all over this story, conceptually and visually. And essentially, Altered Carbon, the main character is a man, I think his name is Takashi Kovacs, played by Joel Kinnaman. And basically, Kovacs, he's a character who wakes up in the future, and he's literally been alive for like 200 years or some shit. And he was born like 200 plus years ago or some crazy shit. And basically, in this future, you have the ability to save your consciousness onto like this metal disc thing. Well, like there's like these little pieces of metal. They're called stacks, and you can save your consciousness into a stack, and you can take that stack and you can put it inside of a woman, and you can be a woman, or you can take your stack and put it inside of a kid, and you can be a little kid. But basically, you can keep putting your stacks inside of different bodies, and thus allowing you to live for fucking hundreds and hundreds of years, essentially. And that's what people do in this future. You know what I'm saying? You got, let's say you have a wife and you don't like how she looks. Oh, well, guess what? She can download her consciousness into her stack, and she can put that stack inside of some Kim Kardashian looking woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, the plot is insane. Uh, Familiar, but still, it's pretty insane. And basically, Kovacs, he's sort of he's brought back to life again in the future, probably for like the hundredth time, for an important task. And I really like this show. I had a blast with the show, but I do have some gripes. But I think it's a great show, personally. And I'm about to get into why. I would highly recommend watching it. That's just me. But now we're gonna get into spoilers, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and here we go. All right. So basically, I think it's a great show. I got some flaws that we're about to get into, but I had a blast with this show. I know when I looked at Rotten Tomatoes, the show had like a 66% or something like that. Um, but I don't know. I feel like some people are being a little bit overly harsh. I mean, yes, one of the reasons why I'm giving the rating that I'm going to give to this show is that, like, a lot of concepts in this show are really, really familiar and kind of feel like beating a dead horse for the genre of science fiction. So that's a substantial flaw. Another substantial flaw for me is that I felt that the finale was really weak. Um, it just the finale just wasn't very satisfying to me. I don't know. For me, the finale it felt like very cliched. I felt like a lot of the developments and character arcs were very on the nose or predictable, just really obvious, you know. Um, so that was a substantial flaw. Another substantial flaw that I had with this show is that, like, conceptually, philosophically, emotionally, I did not think that the show was very deep at all in any of those categories, like at all. Very surface level. You know, this show, it's visually stunning. This show, like, holy shit. Give me a second. I mean, the one huge positive I can give about this show is that the world feels just so realized. I guess like it's such a well realized universe. Like you can tell someone
dead serious put some time and just serious concentration into the visual aspect of this world. Like it just feels like someone thought about
every nook and cranny of this world, like visually, and how it operates as well.
I just found the world building in this show to be utterly just fantastic. I mean, God, there were so many shots in this show that were just jaw dropping. I mean,
Whew, this might be the most. I mean, with the exception of Westworld, this might be the most visually impressive science fiction show that I've ever seen. I mean,
oh my God, I could almost probably talk about the visual aspects of this show uh, for hours. Like it's that impressive. Like my God, there's a lot of paying homage to Blade Runner from Ridley Scott all over this thing. I mean, oh my God, I just love the use of neon colors and the sort of Luc Besson like Fifth Element style flying cars and traffic. But yeah, I just thought that the world was just beautiful. Really, really fucking impressive VFX work and visually stunning environments. So I really appreciated that. They put a lot of effort into that. But
I kind of feel like they put. I feel like most of the effort creatively went into the visuals, and not as much effort went into the story. Because to be honest with you, I feel like the narrative is pretty linear. I feel like the narrative is pretty blunt and on the nose, to be honest with you. I mean, but I still enjoyed it.
the main character,
Takashi Kovacs, I believe is his name.
uh, I really enjoyed this character. I could totally understand someone just not really giving a fuck about his character. How the hell did I get all these pictures, but I didn't give like a central picture of this motherfucker? Anyway,
Yeah, I enjoyed his character personally, and I'll be honest with you. When I found out that he was going to be the main character, I was like, I don't know. I've only seen him in supporting roles. Let me do that. I thought that Joel Kinnaman. I thought he did a damn sharp job acting in this performance. I thought he did a damn good job. His acting is very nuanced. You really gotta study his performance to see what he's doing. It's like these uh, small nuances, these small little details. Bundles of these subtle, small little details. But I'm telling you, I thought he did very well. He was very sufficient for this series or this season one. Apparently, if there's going to be a season two, he will not be returning. I think the actor Joel. Guess we'll see what happens. But I liked him. He was just a dick. Like he was just an asshole. He was straight to the point. He's spitting nothing but facts. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's always sarcastic. Like I don't know. I like characters that just don't give a fuck, and they know exactly how to survive. Like Chris Pratt and Jurassic World. Do I love Jurassic World? Fuck no. But I love Chris Pratt's character because like he's such a survivalist. You know that if you're deep in the cut with Chris Pratt and there's just velociraptors trying to attack you, he's got your back. Like he knows how to survive. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this dude. He knows how to survive. I don't know. I just enjoy this character. I could totally understand someone not enjoying his character. Like in many ways, his character is kind of one note, you know. But I don't know. I enjoyed his character personally. But let me tell you something. Oh my God, his sister. Let me see if I got like a picture of her. Let me see something.
because I think I probably should, but I hated his sister. Fuck it. We're just gonna go with this picture right here. Oh my god, what was her name? What was this chick's name? Oh my god, I hated her so much. Uh, Raylene something? Anyway, I hated this character. Granted, I realized that, like, in the back half of the season, we realized that she's been the puppeteer, and she's the central bad guy, actually, and she's responsible, um, partly for the death of Lawrence Bancroft, played by James Purefoy. Shout out to that dude, but cool guy. But man, yo, my lord, I know you're not supposed to like her, but like, I think after like just a couple episodes, I was like, first off, her acting in this season, I can't speak for her acting outside this show, but her acting in this show, I did not enjoy it. I was like, God, she felt like she was the same way in every single sequence. Whenever she's trying to show fear or aggression or show love or concern, she always felt the same. You know how Vince Vaughn, some people don't like Vince Vaughn because they feel like when they see Vince Vaughn acting in movies, they don't see Vince Vaughn's character. They just see Vince playing Vince. Like, it's like some people feel like when they see Vince Vaughn in a movie, they're just like, man, fuck. This happened again. I'm not seeing the character. I just feel like I'm just seeing Vince Vaughn. That's the exact issue what I'm having with this chick. Every time I see her in each episode, I'm just like, what the fuck? It doesn't even feel like she's acting. Like, Jesus Christ, her acting skills just feel fucking terrible. Like, God, she feels like, I feel like she has like 3 facial expressions that she uses throughout the entire show. For example, like she either looks like this, or she'll look like this, or then she'll just fucking look like this. But that's about it. Like, I don't know. I did not like her acting personally. I didn't like her acting. You know how people don't like Kristen Stewart because they feel like yeah, it's the same issue with Twilight. In the Twilight movies, her acting abilities in Twilight movies, similar situation here. But anyway, not to mention, oh my god, things got so melodramatic during this scene in the finale. Fucking hated it when they were on this. What was that damn building? Let me see. This building right here. And Kovacs and his sister are battling to the death. Oh my god, it got so melodramatic. I was just like, for God's sakes, just her kill fucking him or him kill fucking her. But stop monologuing. Like that's another thing. She would like monologue like fucking Negan on The Walking Dead. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, shut up. God, either kill your brother or just like kill the ones closest to him. Like, stop talking about it, just do it. Like, oh my god. Anyway, it took so long for her to die. When she finally died, it was just like, oh. And then Kovacs was just all broken up, like like crying like a little bitch by her. I was like, man, if you ever get on somewhere, oh my god. And then what was that one sequence? By the way, how visually stunning is this moment right here? Hold on a second. This moment right here. How visually this is my favorite shot from the whole show. And shout out to that painting in the background. If you know what that painting is in the background, I know what it is. But if you know what it is, shout out to you. You got a good eye. It's one of my favorite paintings. Anyway, the cinematography in this shot is so gorgeous. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. But I'm sorry. When she sort of revealed herself to him about the things that she's done, I would have oh my god. Again, shout out to Joel's performance, because when he holds the sword to her throat, like the look of anguish and
pain and just rage in him. I was like, damn, like Joel. I'm telling you, some his performance might go over some people's heads, but I I thought he did perfectly fine, performance wise. Just like in that one moment where he's holding the sword to her throat, I was like, damn, Joel, like I thought he did a good job. But hey, it's just me. But oh my god, I would have cut her head clean off. The fact that he didn't, I was just like, oh my god, you mean tell me she did all that? And I mean, damn, I mean at least I would have cut her head off. I get that y'all been brother and sister for like 200 years, but I would have said, swing, and had her head sailing across the horizon. Also love the shots when like Kovacs and his sister, like when they were little kids, and when they'd be playing on their planet, like chasing each other, and then in the sky in the background you would see like these two planets, you know, in the sky. Like shots like that were just like, oh, it was so cool. So cool. What else can I say? Oh, yeah, another substantial flaw that I had was the murder mystery. You know, Kovacs, he gets woken up by this guy, and this guy wants him to, you know, solve a murder. I'm sorry, but the murder mystery, it got old and stale after like, I think like episode 4 or 5. Fuck, I'm sorry, but after about episode 4 or 5, I just really didn't care about the murder mystery of who killed this guy. I really just didn't care. I felt like the execution of the murder mystery was pretty weak, personally. A lot of the time, not only was it pretty convoluted, it was just like, wait, what? Well, why wouldn't he just do what? What? I don't know. It just kind of got messy, and it just, I don't know. I became interested in like, there were other elements of the narrative that to me were far more intriguing and held my attention longer than the mystery of who killed him. For example, let me see. Like Joel Kinnaman, he had such a extraordinary chemistry with this actress right here, who I personally really grew to love her character. Just me. She was sassy. She was badass. She wasn't dumb, you know, and she never really made dumb decisions per se, in my personal opinion. Not substantially, not to me anyway. I just thought she was just a cool chick that I grew to have a lot of sympathy for, you know. Loves her family, still has her heart for, you know, the body that Kovacs is in that looks like Joel Kinnaman. I guess that body actually belonged to like her boyfriend back in the day, you know. So like, you know, she and Kovacs have like this romantic connection that I really dug. I don't know. I really liked her character, but like, just like her romantic arc with Kovacs, like that was more interesting than the murder mystery. To me, personally. Shit, even when showing any of the scenes with Kovacs when he was, actually I'm gonna go big screen for this. Any of the scenes like showing Kovacs here, or any scenes showing him training like here, or when he falls in love with this chick through flashbacks. Like literally all of these moments were like way more enthralling, way more fascinating than that damn murder mystery, okay? Shit. That murder mystery I just really didn't give a fuck after a while. Hell, the mystery behind this dude, was more interesting than that damn, what was the fool's name? What's his name? More interesting than fucking Bancroft's fucking murder. Okay, after a while, I was like, Bancroft, I really don't give a fuck about how you were murdered. Plus, I really don't even like you
I don't even like your, I don't even like your fucking personality, anyways. You fucking smug bastard. You know. Um. Oh yeah, another thing. I really did not care for this chick's narrative.
I'm sorry. I felt like way too much time was devoted to her narrative. I just her character, her story arc, just not only wasn't really interesting to me,
Um, but also like I felt like her character arc and narrative became really repetitive.
and I feel like it didn't really add anything of substantial importance to the overall narrative. Like I felt like all the scenes with her could have easily just been taken out of season one, and season one would have probably been a lot more smoother, in my opinion. Just in my opinion.
Didn't really care for her character or her story. By the way, shout out to let me see here. Shout out to this moment right here. And that backpack. How fucking boss level was that?
Yo, that's another huge positive. I thought that the action was very well shot, very well captured, and it was just so unexpectedly violent and brutal. That's another reason why I think that this is a great show. Is that this show feels like a violent, badass, like Frank Miller comic book or graphic novel. You know what I mean? It's definitely got those kinds of vibes and that kind of atmosphere that you might find in like a Frank Miller's Sin City or something like that.
This scene was fucking dope. Ooh, that shit was dope. By the way, shout out to this lady. I mean, sure she's older, but my God, could she get it? When she was talking about Bancroft's wife, when she was talking about how like, there could be that island where there's like different versions of her and like, shit. I guess fucking Kovacs could have like never mind a 3-way. He could have a 5-way with her, a 10-way with her. I was just like, you know that one Star Trek meme? It's just like that one black dude just shaking his face. That's how I felt. I was like, Man, shit, I might have to go to that island. Um, anyway, oh yeah, shout out to my boy this Edgar. Oh well, first off, shout out to this dude. When, cause I think
the mother was inside the guy in the back. The guy in the back. I can't even think of his character name. But what's the guy in the front's name? Vernon Elliott. Okay, well not him. The guy in the back, because his body is inhabited by like I can't remember whose mother, but like shout out to his performance.
oh, oh shit, feminine and everything. Is there anything else I particularly want to say? Where are we at time wise? I don't know that I want to spend too much. Oh yeah, I did. I did enjoy this Edgar Allan Poe guy.
Uh, I shit. I even him. I even thought that just everything they did with him was more interesting than Bancroft's. Who murdered Bancroft? Who they really didn't even give a fuck after a while. I was like, who gives a shit? Damn. Let's get on to some more exciting territory. I feel like Bancroft's murder mystery should have been solved like 5 episodes in, 4 episodes in, and then we should went on to something else more interesting. But anyhow, I don't know. I don't know. It look. I don't want to carry on for too much longer. I think I had a great time with the show. I would give the show like I would give the show an 8 out of 10. Personally, I would love for them to do a season two. I'd just be genuinely curious as to like where they go with season two. Um, I think that the world has a lot more it could say potentially, but I had a lot of fun with it. It's not perfect. I've said some of my substantial flaws. Um, Said most of my positives. Oh yeah, by the way, another flaw. Um, the comedy. Granted, comedic moments are sort of sprinkled throughout this show, but I think with maybe one exception, the comedy never works in this show. Luckily, the comedy is very fleeting. The comedic moments are very fleeting in this show, but they really don't work. A lot of times they kind of land with a thud or a little bit awkward. Like there was for example, there's one moment where Kovacs he goes off on this little girl, and he's like, "Well, maybe your mom was fucking wrong," or he says something like that, and I was just like, you could tell that was meant to be a little bit darkly humorous, but it's like it did not land well. Anyway, yeah, I'm feeling an 8 out of 10 for this show. I think it's visually stunning. It's really entertaining, like a Frank Miller comic book, and it's just in your face. And I was never bored. It's like a good science fiction sandwich. I just think it's kind of imperfect. But hey, what about you? What do you think about Altered Carbon? Let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, what would you think about it? Why did you hate it? Why did you love the shit out of it? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, I'm out.